You've heard the horror stories. Here's what the first 4 days of going alcohol-free feels like. This is specifically for middle lane drinkers, the ones that aren't addicted, but feel stuck in a pattern that they can't quite seem to break. I'm going to break down what the first 4 days looks like, high level, day by day, so you know what's normal and what's not normal. And stay for a bit, because day 4 is the one that catches a lot of people out. On day 1, most middle lane drinkers don't get massive physical withdrawal. Don't get me wrong, you will get withdrawal, but that's normal. Alcohol coming out of your body, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel crabby. You might feel a bit off, a bad hangover maybe. But what they really feel is the habit. You get to the time you would normally pour your drink and your brain says, something's missing. That's routine. That's totally normal. Sit with it, find something else to do. Day 2, you might feel restless, unsettled, emotional. As middle laners, we're used to having a drink to take the edge off, right? So on day 2, your mind is still adjusting to the fact that you're not giving in. You're not numbing yourself. Very normal. Day 3, as middle laners, again, it often leads to panic. We think, God, I feel awful, I feel crap, this isn't working. But actually, everything's still recalibrating and settling in. Don't forget, you've still got those feelings of being unsettled and restless and maybe emotional from day 1 and day 2. That's still there. It's expected and it's temporary. You're feeling things that you normally numb away, you normally push down or drink away. Day 4. By day 4, most of the actual alcohol has been processed by your body from the last time you had a drink. Now remember, this is for middle lane drinkers, so not somebody that's maybe clinically addicted. But by day 4, your amazing body and liver has processed that alcohol. There's no longer physical signs of alcohol in your system. Obviously, if you were going to have blood tests or hair molecule investigations, there'd be alcohol in there. But we're talking high level. Roughly by day 4, day 5, the alcohol is gone. So everything you're feeling, it's not a physical thing, it's an emotional thing, habitual. This is when the big stories start to come in. You deserve a break. Why don't you just have one to unwind? You've done so well. Just tonight. Start again tomorrow. You've had 4 days off. These aren't needs, they're learned thoughts. These are the things that you've trained yourself to think for a long time. This is when we forget why we even started in the first place. All 4 days we've just been feeling discombobulated and a bit off sorts. Push past that and then things start to shift. You might be sleeping a tiny bit better. Your anxiety might be a tiny bit more improved than it was 4 days ago. But you'll also feel proud, much prouder than you did 4 days ago. And that momentum that kicks in. For many middle lane drinkers, the scary part of that first 4 days isn't the physical withdrawal. It's scary because you start to see how much of a habit it was. And you start to realise that, actually, this is harder than I thought. I think I need this change more than I realised. Now, before anybody comes at me in the comments, I know that it's dangerous to stop drinking alcohol suddenly if you're somebody that drinks a lot and that has done for a while. So don't do that. Don't do that. If you're cautious in any way, get medical help first. Of course. I'm talking to the average middle lane drinker, not addicted, not occasional. Very, very habitual, have been doing this for a long time and finding it hard to break out of the cycle. If you're in those early days, keep going. And if you're thinking about taking a break, this is what you can expect. Very high level. And this comes from me, Brigitte. I'm well over 5 years alcohol free. And I come on here and talk about getting stopped and staying stopped. You've totally got this.